Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you about how I was up almost $700,000 in my Robinhood account this morning before they halted trading. And I think we all know what happens next. All right, so I have a lot of thoughts that I want to share with you guys on this subject, of course, about the whole Robinhood ordeal, but also regarding the market environment overall. All right, so let's dive straight into this one. As always, we'll quickly go over each topic we're going to be discussing, and we'll dive into each one individually. In front of us, as you can see here, the way I like to kick these videos off, of course, I got to validate for you guys that this is actually my Robinhood account. So as you can see in front of us, I do have my phone mirrored for you guys right here. Do the standard little wiggly finger back and forth. I can do the weekday. So this is just to set the ground for this video again, just to validate what I'm saying here. And as you guys can see here, what I'm talking about, this crazy looking spike. I've never seen anything like this in my life. This is like a complete white swan event. I'll call it not a black swan, but a white swan. So for the good, up $685,000 this morning. So we will kick it off with this. We'll go here. I'll talk to you guys about a few of the plays that contributed to this. I want to let you guys know right now that I'm not part of the Wall Street Bets thing. I'm not part of any forums like this YouTube channel and the community around here. The Waves fam is my only kind of community that I vibe with, that I engage with in the investing landscape. But I got lucky. I guess these guys pumped a few of the plays that I've had for a while, and yeah, we'll talk about that a little more in a little bit. But the most important thing that I want to cover in this video, we'll minimize this real quick. Don't worry, we'll expand it back. I want to cover this with you guys. So this is an open letter that I wrote to Robinhood and to hedge funds. So of course there was the whole Robinhood situation halting trading. I was a direct victim of this. I hope you guys can tell. I hope you can tell in my voice I'm not super bummed about it. I mean, I love this as a game. This is a game. I still walked out with a 125K in profits on the day, so I have no right to be mad about anything, honestly. But I do feel for those who may have been affected today, and I just want to share my thoughts on the situation, both regarding Robinhood and just institutional interest, whales, market movers, etc. Okay, so we will read through this afterwards. Again, I put a lot of time into that, and I do really want to share it with you guys and give you guys my thoughts on the matter. So we will do that after we take a look at the Robinhood account once again. And then after that, I want to read through this morning's news. I don't know why I moved that back there. I want to read through the intro to this morning's newsletter once again with you guys, because it just sums up my thoughts more, hopefully a little more articulately than I would be able to on the fly, because I wrote this as you guys, the newsletters, I write them as I'm trading throughout the day, sometimes as I'm experiencing during market hours. So I was writing this literally on the spot when I was going through all of these emotions. Not super emotional, but it was just it's hard to not be somewhat emotional on a day like today. So I just want to give you guys my thoughts this morning. Read through some of the principles I take away after days like this, and again, this goes into a little more detail about my current thoughts on the macroeconomic environment, just the trading environment as a whole, the stock market as a whole. All right, so we will do that, but once again, let's just go right back here. Just have trading view as the background, just something for you guys to look at. But let's blow this up real quick, and then I'll talk to you guys about the specific trade. So as you can see today, you guys, we'll just go to the week real quickly. Up almost $200,000 on the week, which is again, you guys, an amazing week. This is a white swan week. This is this will be looked back on as one of the craziest weeks in market history. But as you can see right here, it obviously doesn't go as high because we're on the weekly, but up like $500,000. That's where that is. But what matters here is this pre-market movement. And I want to make it very clear, you guys, although it says up $700,000, roughly 685K, you guys, sorry if you're mad about that. I just rounded up for the title. But up 685K, I want to make it very clear that it's very unlikely. This is pre-market, so this is at 4:50, 10 minutes prior to market open. So these were just a whole bunch of people selling their calls for a crazy premium that's not really realistic. There's no way that anyone could have liquidated their call positions at those levels. So I would say more realistically, it looks fun on the chart, of course, but more realistically, if I was to have just liquidated all my calls at one time, I would have been up $222,000. All right, so that's more realistic. And of course, we fluctuated over the course of the day. Let's actually look what the low of the day was. So I was as low as $50,000, which is crazy because I just posted that video yesterday about how it was my first $50,000 trading day on Robinhood, and it was immediately followed up by my first six-figure trading day on Robinhood, and almost seven-figure trading day on Robinhood, which is just absolutely insane. And again, it's kind of hard for me to completely wrap my head around this. I'm just, again, you guys, money, I say this all the time, and it does sound cheesy, but money really doesn't Like this money, this dropping doesn't affect my happiness very much. I'm pretty happy. I love my life, honestly, but and so I see it more as a game. So I'm really not very fazed by this, but obviously it is a little stressful watching your account do this, just like tens of thousands of dollars every minute it's fluctuating. Okay, so again, crazy day. But one more time to make it very clear for you guys, I understand that I could not have liquidated it at these levels. More likely up like again like $200,000 on the day just to break it even. But we did close up 125K. Again, that's insane. My first six-figure day by far my biggest trading day, and I'm extremely grateful for that. All right, so we will call that there. Let's just close this out. Yeah, I'm just gonna lock this and straight up close this app. All right, so we'll do that, and then let's read the note to my note to Robinhood, my open letter to Robinhood and hedge funds. A letter to Robinhood. A quick one-liner to kick it off with. You cannot de-democratize a platform that you yourself created to democratize the financial markets. The actions that Robinhood decided to take today are truly hypocritical. But before we get into any further criticism, I want to make it very clear that I don't hate Robinhood for this. I love Robinhood as a platform, and I will continue to use Robinhood as my primary trading app. Without the Robinhood app, I wouldn't be where I am today. Robinhood has literally given me a career, and I will forever be grateful to them for that. I think we can all agree that Robinhood has bettered our lives overall. They were undoubtedly the pioneers in paving the way for a truly free market environment. A truly free market is what we've been seeing over this past week, and in a very exaggerated way. After today, though, Robinhood proved that this market is not truly free. They halted trades, disrupted the financial well-being of many of their users, and disappointed just about all of us, including myself. They released statements regarding the halt, claiming the decision was made to best continue serving you and was not an easy one to make, and was not at the direction of a market maker or hedge fund. I will give them the benefit of the doubt here, innocent until proven guilty, but I must say, with all of the available information out there, the optics surrounding this halt are looking very suspicious. Don't judge one on their mistakes, but how they respond to their mistakes. I hope and I trust that Robinhood will make this right. So again, you guys, being someone who is directly affected by this on Robinhood, you guys, we just looked at the account. A very heavy day, but you have to imagine, try to empathize with these guys. Again, if the hedge funds were involved, if there was some shady practices amongst board members and some of these higher ups and these suits in their ivory towers, lock them up, okay? But innocent until proven guilty, it's not my place to judge Robinhood and tear Robinhood down. Again, this platform has given me so much in my life, and I don't want to talk crap, but you just got to be real, got to be objective here, okay? Now for the hedge funds. We are currently experiencing a very real paradigm shift towards a truly free market. Prior to all the YouTube videos, subreddits, Discord groups, etc., the everyday investor like us didn't have any sort of edge in the markets. Hedge funds did, and they used it to their advantage at the expense of the average American citizen. Times have changed though. Now the everyday investor has that access to information and has proven themselves to be equally as competent, if not more so, than any hedge fund. The ivory towers are falling, the suits are tearing, and the citizens of the kingdom are finally getting what they deserve, a leveled playing field. Thanks for the extra stimmy, boys. So, little extra stimulus from the boys in the tower. So, can't be mad here. Again, you guys, we will go into my thoughts on the market environment and the democratization of our current market landscape. And it's amazing to see. We truly are going through a paradigm shift that I do think will have ripple effects throughout the rest of the remaining history of the markets forever. Okay, so that is that, you guys. Again, let us go into this, and then we'll just read through this. I'll give you guys some of my thoughts, and of course, we'll finish off right here. I'll just give you guys some of my closing thoughts. All right, so huge day for the Waze family, but as you guys know, we have a lot to discuss. We may potentially be living through the most wild market environment that will ever exist. This week will be one for the history books. Today is officially my biggest day ever by a long shot. If you look at the screenshot on my Robinhood account below, you can see that my account was at $900,000 on market open, then proceeded to fall off of a cliff. It is now floating around $350,000 with ultra high volatility at the time of writing. Regardless of a great day financially, I want to make it very clear that what's going on right now really sketches me out. I'm not a fan of this market environment. I like proper volatility, but I don't like mass hive mind manipulation. I'm all for democracy in the markets. I love that individuals are educating themselves on financial literacy. I love that the everyday guy or gal can better their lives. I messed up. I did the wrong there. Sorry. Lives by putting money to work, but this isn't that. This is mass manipulation, which is turning the market into the largest casino on earth. And in my honest opinion, is giving traders a very bad look. I've never been on Wall Street Bets or any of those other forums or threads or whatever. I probably should do that from research purposes, but I really just don't like that side of the trading game. So I do want to say that I have done a little more research into Wall Street Bets, listened to a few interviews, and I want to say that I get it a little more. Again, I don't. I just the responsible side of me doesn't necessarily vibe with this. Like I said earlier, the hive mind manipulation. That might be a little harsh way to put it, but just again, the hive mind, the power of the retail investor in large numbers is so powerful, as I just said in the last write-up. But I just don't. It's not my thing. But to each their own, and I do get a little more. I know there's a lot of people in there that are just they were really hurt from like the '08 financial crisis. It broke their families. A lot of people have experienced a lot of pain from these hedge funds, who again have for years just been taking advantage of the everyday American citizen. So I do empathize with it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but right here. If you're involved with any of those and you're reading this, I have nothing but love for you. It's G with me, to each their own. Just please be safe if you choose to play any of these stocks that are seeing unprecedented FOMO and hype at the moment. So obviously, GameStop, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, whatever these stocks are that are just being deliberately pumped by the markets and like getting like I saw Mark Cuban talk about how his 11-year-old son was trading AMC. Like that's like just that just puts things in perspective, you guys. I have so many people hitting me up, people who haven't talked to me in years, hitting me up. What's going on? What's going on right now? Like that's usually a sign. I say the same thing about like Bitcoin and bubbles and whatnot. When everyone and their mom is asking you about something, it's usually dangerous because that is peak hype, peak FOMO. Twitter, #1 trending, Robinhood, hedge funds, GameStop. It's just crazy, you guys, and we are in such a state of absolute mania that I really just want to get the message across. If I haven't enough, I keep saying, you guys, but please be careful out there, because this market environment is not. I don't like it. I don't like this market environment one bit. Obviously, stoked on the gains. That's sick. Money's cool. This is my game. I love money, but just be safe, you guys. Just act responsibly, because it's objectively so risky. It's so dangerous out there right now because we are in the Wild West, all right? I'm sure you're all familiar with the Robinhood drama that's happening today. To sum it up, they restricted certain stocks that they've deemed to be too volatile. I'll cover this subject more in our video later today. What's up? But here's a link to an article on it if you guys haven't dug into it yet, which again, I did my best to. You guys can go just see. It's all over the place. Just go look it up if you aren't familiar. But I tried to explain a little bit the situation here. In somehow both a fortunate and unfortunate way, I did manage to be involved in a few of these crazy plays. As you guys know, sundial and silver stocks have been in the portfolio for a while. It seems that these stocks just happen to be the newest targets of the Reddit rally of 2021. So again, shout out to the newsletter portfolio group. Sundial and silver stocks, SLVAG, I've literally had call positions on those for a while, and I've been expecting them to go up. I did not think it was going to happen like this at the expense of just these of Wall Street bettors just running up these sectors and these stocks. But I mean, I got really lucky in that respect. Again, it might be hard for you guys to believe. I've never even been on Reddit. Like Reddit is a foreign platform to me, but again, it's obviously working, and I honestly got really. I think these two were gonna pop anyway, but I got really lucky that they just happened to pump them. What's happening today is honestly a little overwhelming, and it's important to take some deep breaths and stay rational. Stay cool. When the markets are hot, it'll give you an edge, and especially in these markets right now, you guys, you want that edge of rationale, of keeping a cool head on your shoulders, because there's a lot of very hot heads in the market right now. Hot heads in a hot market make for a very dangerous environment, and I just want to once again just drill that point across. Like, be safe, you guys. Be careful. Be responsible. most importantly. And again, the gains are great, but and it's so cool that like the Wall Street Bets community. Again, the more I looked into it, I was very critical of it, even though like I love the fact that the everyday day trader is being empowered. The average citizen is having the opportunity to better their life in a very, very significant way through trading. And if that's at the expense of what these hedge funds have been doing to everybody forever, if the hedge funds are crying, if anyone in any hedge fund is crying about this, you're whack, you're a clown. And again, the suits are tearing, ivory towers are falling, and it's good to see a level playing field. And I love to see the retail trader, the Robinhood traders, all of us, just everyday people, be able to thrive from this. And again, it's so cool to experience. This will go down in the history books, you guys. Trust me, it's so cool to be experiencing this time in the market, this time in life after such a wild year. It's just so crazy. But again, I'm so grateful to experience it with you guys. And there's no one I would rather ride through this absolute roller coaster. This is the loopiest, wackiest roller coaster ever, and it is ripping hot, ripping fast. But again, you guys, just stay cool, keep your cool, because that especially in this market, if you can just stay objective, stay rational, that's a very important, that's a very key metric. That's a key performance metric, I'll say. Okay, so as always, you guys, if you do want to know exactly what I'm trading, how exactly, I will make, actually right after this, I'm going to make an analysis video. Like, scroll down to the newsletter, I'll read you guys the newsletter a little bit, do an analysis on silver and sundial stocks. Sundial stock and 2 silver stocks that I'm playing, that were the primary factors, the primary drivers behind today's price action. But my portfolio is objectively not that risky. Again, I got very lucky, like straight up lucky today, you guys. And my portfolio, it's in my opinion, it's the upside potential is definitely there. That's what I go for. I'm an asymmetric upside investor. I look for plays with significantly greater upside potential in my view than downside. And I have like 60 positions in my portfolio, you guys. It's not like I'm just trading GameStop and it just took off, you guys. It's a combination of a bunch. Fortunately, 2 plays really took off today. And but again, that's what we expect here. And I don't promise any outcome. If you guys want to do this, I do my best. And please, again, Waves family, if you're still watching, just show some love for the newsletter and the Waves community down below if you have been gaining value from it. And yeah, I work really hard on it, and I take a lot of pride in it. So if you want a complete breakdown, entire portfolio, update that every single trading day, all call options, put options, stock position, cryptocurrencies. Again, do update that during market hours, and then I send out a pretty comprehensive email newsletter. And again, I will, after the video, I will go down to go over these 2 with you guys, just go over these sundial plays, just so you can have an idea. And it's again, this is a lot more articulate than I would do like just if I was winging it on the charts. But we will look at the charts, but I do want to read over this just to give you guys an idea of what an average daily newsletter will look like. This one's a little long because today was so crazy, but you get the gist of it. So $15 a month if you guys want to check it out. First link in the description. If not, no worries at all though. And yeah, I just appreciate it if you do, and I appreciate it if you just want to watch the videos. That's perfectly fine too. Giving your attention and your time. It's still crazy to me that I get over 30,000 of you attention and time right now, and it's super cool. And again, I'm super grateful for all of you, and I'll catch you downstairs to talk shop and learn from you guys. All right, so until next time, Waves fam, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.